What I have here is a mic mutes adapter, a headset adapter. What it's going to do for this project is pretty cool. Let me explain. You'll recognize this as being the 5-pin DIN adapter that your helmet plugs into. And then on the other end of that cable, inside the left fairing pocket, is a connector that looks like this. Same way under the seat for the passenger's connection. Exactly the same. Now, each one of those has a mic mutes adapter in line with it, and then the other end plugs into the bike wiring harness. Now, that said, you have all your audio for your intercom and your headset, microphone, speakers running through this assembly here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the shrink wrap, and I'm going to tap onto the wires and have access to my intercom functions, audio in, audio out, on this mic mutes adapter. But the beauty of it is that if I connect the audio a pickup point on the this is a switched unit. This part of the mic mute system is this allows you to switch your microphones on and off and not hear the constant wind and road noise when you have your intercom turned on. Now, you need your intercom turned on if you want to hear your GPS, but without this, you'd have open microphones all the time and you'd have constant wind and road noise. Now, with this system, this isn't the entire system, this is just part of it, it allows you now to leave your intercom turned on to open the circuit to your microphones out here on the end and not listen to the wind and road noise. Now, if you connect your audio from your GPS, input it to here on the opposite side of the switched component, the audio flows into the intercom, but the microphone audio does not flow into the intercom. Hence, when you're listening to the audio, to the intercom audio, you're listening only to that source coming from the GPS and not coming from the wind and road noise from the open microphones. Pretty cool, huh? It works real well. That's what I intend to do. But instead of accessing the wiring here, I'm not going to cut into this. I'm just going to open up this shrink tubing, and I'm going to tap onto these wires here and do that. Now, what I'm going to use, I mentioned before that I'm going to use capacitive coupling. And I have these very small capacitors. These happen to be 0.1 microfarad. I'm going to use 4 of these in line with each lead. The microphone hot, microphone low, the headset high, headset low. Now there's 2 headset channels. There's right channel, left channel. It doesn't really matter which one you use. But you can see how small that is. I think that's going to give me a much smaller package. I could have used, instead, I could have used transformers, matching transformers, isolation transformers, much larger and much more difficult to hide. This indeed is an example of the headset's transformer that he uses for his microphone interface, similar to what I'm doing, but without mic mutes. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to use 4 capacitors like this, right in series with the signal and signal ground on microphone and intercom. Now, obviously, the intercom audio coming back towards the speakers has to go to the microphone input of the GPS, and vice versa. The microphone input, the speaker audio on the GPS is going to go towards the intercom microphone to play the audio on the intercom. And I will have a sketch of that, and maybe you'll be able to visualize that a little bit better when I have that. But again, in summary, this mic mutes adapter is where I'm going to tap into, and I'm going to tap in on the switched side of the microphone signal so that I don't have continuous wind and road noise when I don't want to hear anything but the GPS on the intercom.